day 24, and today I am talking about what would I tell my 40-year-old younger self. And I think it's really interesting to reflect back on the past, like that's 11 years for me, and to just think about what I wish I'd known now, because things probably would have been a lot less stressful. So the first one, I've got my points here. I'd tell myself to slow down and smell the roses, and to celebrate the small things, and actually to celebrate the wins. I am very much a very driven person, and so I set my goals and then I achieve them and then I move on to the next thing, and I kind of don't really celebrate. I'm only learning to do this now, and I'm 51. So I would definitely tell myself to slow down and just think about think about the good things rather than the things that you haven't achieved, because there's always things that we haven't achieved. I would tell myself to spend time with my kids and not focus on work so much. I feel like even though I am a work at home mum, it often can be more detrimental, because my office and my work is always there. There wasn't a cut-off point. So, and my list is always as long as my arm. And so my kids will probably say, but Mum, you were always working. And so I would kind of, I would spend more time with the kids, especially, the two have left home. And so they'll probably, I don't know whether they'll come back for long term, but it's just, that time is so precious. And when you're in the thick of it, you cannot imagine that those years are going to go so fast, but honestly they do. And then they're gone. Nurturing female friendships, so important. Because when your kids leave home, they are obviously your partner, but female friendships are the most important. So in friendships that you can just be totally honest and open with. I'm actually going out to dinner with friends tonight. I'm recording this afternoon, so I'm going to post it tonight. So I'll be out with them. And I just love the conversations. There is no judgment. It's just totally open. And, you can't beat dear friends who have your back and never judge you. And you can talk about anything with them. So yeah, just nurture those friendships, because they are absolutely key. Yeah, this is an interesting, when things are tough, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Like life is so much less stressful now than, especially parenting, than like even a year ago. And if I had known that in the dark times that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, I probably wouldn't have stressed so much about it. But there's always that moment where you go, but what if it's not going to be okay? What if my daughter isn't going to come out, okay? But I feel like there always is a light at the end of the tunnel. And if I'd just known that and just trusted my gut and trusted my instinct, then I wouldn't have been so stressed and sitting in that fight or flight mode all the time. And there were days that I woke up and I was like, what's going to happen today? What is today going to turn out like? And so when you're in the thick of it, you can't see out. But when we've got out the other end, it's like just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I wish that I would tell my younger self to learn more about fasting. I really, really wish that I had learned more about fasting around my cycle and for my hormones, because then that perimenopausal ride would have been a lot easier. Whereas it was quite hard for about a year there. And now I feel like I'm in a really good place, but I wish that I had learned more. And I probably wish that I'd come across Dr. Mindy Pelz earlier, and then I would have, but it's all in divine timing, and right? So if you need to be ready and then open to what you need to learn. If you have been enjoying these videos, then I would love to invite you to I've mentioned in a couple of videos, my live workshop that I've got on Wednesday the 23rd. It's actually in 2 weeks, the 23rd of July at 7:30 at night. And it's a live online workshop that I'm running, how to feel energized at 3:30 without the caffeine. How often do you just want to curl up on the couch and just go to sleep at 3:30 in the afternoon? We are talking all things about why we become more insulin resistant over 40 and what we can do about it. We're talking about cravings. We are talking about 5 simple ways to balance blood sugars. I'm going to dive deeper into the why fasting is a game changer for energy, cravings, and weight loss. And we've talked about these things a little bit, but I'm just going to dive deeper, because probably one of the other things was that I would tell my 40-year-old self was to share my knowledge and just trust in me and to stand up for what I am really passionate about. I felt like, there were times when I just hid and felt like, because I haven't got a degree or a qualification, I'm like, but you don't have the qualifications to talk about that. But it's actually from my own learning and my own passion and the deep desire to help women make changes, where it comes from. So I probably wish that I'd had that voice earlier. And we're also going to look at the importance of protein. We know that protein is so important, but why? And what does it look like? And what does it do for us? And how's it all connected? So if you want to come along to that, workshop's free. It's online. There will be a recording, but you will get the most out of it if you join live. Head to wickedwellbeing.com/workshop, and that will register you, and you'll get the sign up link. So I will put the link in the comments box below as well. But would love to hear, what would you tell your 40-year-old self? What's something that you wish that you had known that you would, that you would tell yourself at that age? Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and would love to have you on the workshop. And please, if you find this video valuable, just share it. Thanks.